Right. Welcome to our Slay September or Slingshot into September. Either way, interchangeable, because we're going to just launch this the right way. And if you can, show yourself on the screen. If you are pooping or taking a shower, don't, or driving. But if you're doing anything else, I would love to not look at black screens. This is really going to be a brief call. So I have created a Google document to kind of give you an overview of what a prep week is going to look like in our BOD group. And it's going to be opened tonight for everyone who has bought a pack. So I'm going to walk you through real quick what it's going to look like, and then I'll kind of take a Q&A. And if you can unmute yourself or give me a thumbs up. Okay, Mona, unmute yourself and say if you can see this. If you can see this Google document and see my screen share, tell me if you can.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so this morning I just whipped out 6 videos and they're on my YouTube. If you're subscribed, you can see a bunch of training. A lot of my videos are unlisted and they're made for my coach training. There's been a lot of people who are hating on network marketing, so they're unlisted, but I don't know why they uploaded out of order. But this is essentially what's included in this Google Doc. Forever and ever, I'm going to use this, but it's essentially I recreated the wheel in my own way. So they're going to be put up in posts each day of prep day. Because when I walk you through this, so video 1 is going to be alignment, your why, setting your intention, and you're going to actually be prompted to get a notebook on your journey. And when you watch this, it's going to say, hey, if you've gotten MM100 pack or Fire and Flow, you're going to already have a journal. Do that. But you know what? Just having a general health and wellness, like brain dump, spiral bound book, that is something that I encourage. So give me a thumbs up if that makes sense to you. Drop in the chat if that is something that you've already done. You're aligned with your journey, your why, you've set your intention for September. And if not, this is something that you need to probably take the next 24 to 48 hours to understand what is my intention for September. Because your intention could be, I just want to get started and lay the foundation. Your intention could be very specific, and as specific as you can be with your journey. That's where your coach, which both of you are my coach and preferred customer, that's where we can really tweak things to hit those specific benchmarks. And video 2 is going to go over program selection, getting started guides, and program materials. You may have already done a few reps in the Beachbody world, but I still find that people are missing the mark on actually going through all the getting started right videos. And what I find that's really cool is that these trainers, these NASM certified trainers, have a story, and it's really cool to kind of connect with them. But they also have program calendars, trackers to track your weights, and they have different sort of things. The tips and tricks in their videos are really good for you to pre-frame what you're getting yourself into. Video 3 is pick your path for nutrition. That's going to go over, the different paths that you can pick. And within each of the programs, the 2B mindset or the ultimate portion fix, there's also, resources within that with your 30-day trial of Beachbody on Demand Interactive, which we will use in this group. I'm going to go through the next week after our prep week, which is going to be starting September 6th. I'm going to go through these body in-depth conversations with Autumn and Alana. So I want you to have access to that and utilize what you've paid for and the trial through 30-day trial if you have that, or if you have a membership. If you do not have a membership, I encourage you to just get it for the $19.95 a month. And if you love it, bundle it with the next program launch. They're actually dropping the bundle down where it's basically $5 a day or $5. I think it's $5 a day, maybe. I'm getting it off, but just know that we're going to be using that. So that's video 3. Video 4 is selecting your personal development resource. This can come in various forms. I highly recommend going through a book a month. I do Audible. I also do books, and I do podcasts. I will say the people that invest more than 10 minutes a day and going all the way up to like several hours a day, they have transformed more from just being in person over their time with us in our group. And generally, they see such a big difference with their journey. And what I want to show you real quick is in this link right here, this personal development resource, there's a PDF I refer to. And what it's going to look like is this listening and reading resource right here. And if I zoom in, you can zoom in too on the link. You're going to see all of these titles. Oh, it really zoomed in. So I've actually updated it this morning for a couple of titles that I found really, let me just share and present. Let's see if I can present this. Let's present. Maybe I can't present. Oh, here we go. So I want you to be able to look at this and maybe print this out so you have this. And maybe your challenge to yourself is for the next, I don't know, 365 or how many boxes this is, maybe go through each one. Because I know all of you that are on this call, you are a business owner, you do work. And so you're not, not touching people's lives and you're leading in some form or way. You're leading a family, you're leading people and you're influencing people. So all of these brain boost books, I can walk you through whatever topic that you're really kind of honing in on. But what I want you also to know is that PD will not get you to be either a better, I guess, get you 10 pounds down or to get you a better business. But PD is something that's going to rewire your mindset, but shouldn't take in the place of the action items that you need to do. So if PD comes before meal planning or meal prepping or doing your workout, and you find yourself just wanting to stay comfy and cozy and just read PD all day, but not do the actions, I'm going to tell you that's not going to get you results. And the real change is taking the action that these authors say. I'd rather you read slow and implement what these authors share than read 1,000 books and do nothing. So that's my encouragement for you. These podcasts down here are pretty good. Visioning is huge. And I really do. That's what I implement on day one is having alignment, having your why. And some people tell me, I have never thought about that. My why is I just want to feel better. I don't want to feel like crap. And I want to have and fit into this, these pairs of jeans for the wintertime. Well, that's great, but that may not make you jump out of bed in the morning and get you to complete, 8 weeks of lift more, because you might need something deeper. So work with your coach on that. And I'm going to stop share or stop this. Let's see if I can bring this down. And go back to this prep week. So video 5 is me time blocking. So Google Calendar is one of my best friends, but I also need to do pen to paper. A few of you are coaches on this call and know that we use Moira Kusaba's Rise Up Planner. If you're not a coach, she actually has a MLM network marketing planner. She has a normal planner. So Moira Kusaba, if you're available, if Rachel can type Moira Kusaba in there, Rise Up Planner in the chat box, that's something I recommend. It is beefy. It is like this, but it goes through so much in depth and time blocking, and she's really great. I believe that Moira Kusaba also has a time management podcast that I highly recommend, and she has I believe it's Low Rise, High Bottom podcast. Yeah, Low Bottom, High Rise podcast. And it looks like this, and that's Moira right here. She is the time management queen. She actually was top coach for a company in 2020. She's owned a Pilates studio. She's been she's a serial entrepreneur. So she knows how to do life. She has a preteen, I believe, and a teenager. I absorbed so much time management skill from her. But the first thing that I say in this video, these are very short videos, by the way, is eat that frog. Melanie Mitro used to be a top coach too, and she is the time management queen. Before 7 a.m., she completes almost all the things that she needs to do in the day. And it's amazing. She's streamlined and focused and sets the table. And I know Mona is on this call, and she, also echoes setting the table. And she has done such a good job sharing her journey. And thank you, Mona, for doing that and showing what time blocking looks like on your morning routine. Excuse me. Lastly, video 6. It is literally a 40-second video, but I ask you to commit to be here in a year. Be here in a year, because that shifts all of your expectations of yourself, because now it's not a sprint. It's not about 21 days. Now it's not about 8 weeks. Now it's like, is this the season for me right now to really go all in? So I am in here a year. Am I going to be a flash in the pan? Am I going to be the most interactive person just for September? Or am I going to be continuously chipping away at this ice sculpture? And in 365 days, I'm going to still be here and being on the slingshot into September call in 2023. I'm asking you to write a commitment statement to your coach and sign it and share it to her. Maybe even mail it to her and say, I, Mona, I, Holly, I, Rachel, commit to being here in 1 year. And then last is, you should have received this from your coach, is a new challenger guide. This Canva link is actually really important for you to have, because all of these essentially have, I believe they have some hyperlinks that you need. And one of those things is, and I'm going to add to this, is there is an email opt-in of prepping yourself of being a challenger. And I'm going to stop share. I see there's something in the chat. And if you can show your face, I would love to see your face. If you're naked pooping, then don't show your face, but I would love to see your face. Lastly, I am going to lead you into deep dive topics on your journey. I have heard over and over again, I keep on getting stuck here. I keep on finding myself here with food. And one of those things I've highlighted in the To Be Mindset and the Ultimate Portion Fix, I screenshotted them today, was if you haven't gone into body already and looked at these things, I've listened to you. As the Portion Fix on Body has a few things on quarantine survival guide. How about that? How many people do you know who have had COVID and they're on survival guide? And have you been on survival guide? And how about deep dive finding your support system? All of these things are amazing. And how about deep dive on combating cravings? And then the next one is Alana's advice. This is the To Be, the stamp is body on it on To Be Mindset. It's rewire your eating habits. So we're going to go into next week. We're going to do that in the themed days. Identifying and managing sleep deprived hunger, identifying and managing emotional hunger, identifying and managing hunger sense, and then managing mind hunger. All of these things really need to be discussed. And I want to be able to, go into the things that you have, but I don't want it to be in a message thread. So we're going to be doing this in pod groups. We're going to be opening up the group later on tonight, and your coach will be able to add you. And here's another thing is we will have weekly calls to check in, but there's not going to be a daily post every day to prompt you. There, you can check in every day, just like the other groups, but we're going to have a weekly huddle to kind of check in, see how we've done. And I'm going to highlight a couple of videos that I have found, and you guys can bring in what you've learned from your body videos. And I'm going to prompt you the next time that we meet to go through in the next couple of videos. And I think Thursdays are better days for me before the weekends start. And we'll play it by ear with the group on the next meeting time. But I have heard message threads are very overwhelming for people, and I hear you. So we're going to keep it to pod groups, and we're going to keep it to that Google document. And I'm looking at the message thread. Yes, I see that you're working. And I'm going to stop the recording right now, and we'll do